Okay, so you want to build an app, but you don't know how to build an app. Well, I've I've been using Claude for about 2 months, and let me show you how to do it without having to get, Framer or all of those new tools that they claim is revolutionary but barely does anything. So for me, I just raw dog it on Claude. So I'm gonna um build an app basically. So what you want to do is open up Claude, and then you go over here, and then you know just basically tell it what you want it to do, right? So let's build a habit tracker app. Let's build a habit tracker app. So I have an ecosystem already that I use. So I'm gonna build an app using my ecosystem. Use my UI tools ecosystem and use app studio. I want to build a habit tracker app that has seamless user flow and is easy to navigate without complexities. The main goal is um, the comfort of the consumers while using the application. This will primarily be an iOS app, so make sure that our stuff is catered toward iOS. I want the app to be easy to track for habits, easy to implement for habits. There should be a reminder system in which it reminds an individual to do or implement their habits. Somewhat like a tracker, hence habit tracker. I want the UI to be seamless, to be professional. It should integrate Framer like animations, and as well as what we did from learning with the other apps that we built. Make sure we have no dead buttons. Everything works as intended, and everything is easily accessible. I don't want to deal with bugs. Everything should work. As for the design, we should implement a mascot. Use use what we learned from the SVGs of the previous mascots and try your luck. Try your best. Try your luck and build something using those complex designs. We should integrate. Of course, if you're making an app, you want some sort of payment system backend. We're not going to focus on the backend right now, but you know that's something to do. Um, let's focus on the front end and wire the backend at a different time. And then afterwards, your payment systems, whether you want to do ads or um, you know make people subscribe. Let's implement a ad system primarily for AdMob. Make it a placeholder for now. Second, I want a subscription model that utilizes the yearly and monthly stuff, making discounts, etc. I want it to look professionally made, but also aesthetically pleasing and creative. I do not want to open the app and see mediocrity like a kid made it. Alright, make sure this plans out and it gets executed. Alright, so I have 89% left for this usage. So let's see, you know, if it's actually going to be created properly. We're halfway into the build. I mean, this is the same prompt as you can see that we put in earlier. You can audit it or whatever. This is the exact prompt that we used. And it's going to ask you things like allow, always allow, allow once. You just do, basically just let it do what you want. If you don't want it to do it, then you just press deny. So, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to play always allow. And this is what I came up with right now. As you can see, um, there's the standard UI. You build the habits. It has the standard AI look, which is the gradients. It has these buttons. Now, does it work? I'm not sure yet. We can always try, but okay, let's try. We're gonna get started. So it has this UI right here. It says create your account. Takes 20 seconds, promise. You put your name, your password, etc. You log in right here. You log in, etc. And as you can see, it's actively building stuff. And you can use Lovable and stuff, but regardless, like Lovable is just a Claude wrapper in a sense. It's just how you teach Claude. That's the main issue. I mean, the main difference is how you teach Claude. But if you know how to, you know, make Claude think in a certain way, then you can easily build these types of apps, which is relatively simple to build, in my opinion. As you can see right here, it just finished up. So we have Splash, mock auth, onboarding today's screen habitats, edit use stats, profile paywall, add mob mascot pip, which the mascot needs working to do, but for one prompt, it's pretty nice. It self audits. Try this flow, right? Create account, etc., etc. Okay, let's try. Let's make an account. Let's go with my name and let's see, habitat at gmail.com. Let's go with habitat1, habitat1. Create account. Okay. It says, hi, I'm Pip. Cheer you on, send your gentle nudges. What matters to you? You know, health and fitness, productivity, mood, learning. Let's go with that. How serious are we? We're going to start small. And one gentle, yep. And here it is. It's a pretty simple UI right here. And actually, if we open up UI tools, so wait, before we do anything, this is from one prompt, right? You check all of this. You can make your habits, you can make your stats, do everything here. There's a trial right here. And we can actually preview this on my ecosystem. This is updated as a project on App Studio. Yes. And the way I have Claude set up is it tells me the problems. So opportunity spotted, theme is coded, hard, dark coded, etc. And the problems. But we're not going to get into that right now. We're just this is just with one prompt. So all of this is built with one prompt. And honestly, it's not bad, right? See, some of these things requires you to do a bunch of debugging and everything, but well, it's not really debugging in a sense. It's more like, We haven't worked on the back end yet, and the theme is hard coded, like it said. So we need to fix that. But for now, this is what it came up with. And yeah, see, sometimes with Claude, it doesn't do the things you want it to do. So you have to be very specific with what you want it to do. And right now, it's implementing it into my ecosystem for what I call UI tools. So there's going to be an ad here for ad. You connect it to ad mob right here. Look at that. You do your habits, deep work, one good thing, etc. Create your habits. You put this color, your whatever, you save habit, gets updated right here. See? Now these are there's small there's some small visual UI issues that you do need to fix. But overall, this is what it came up with, right? And we need to work on the mascot. All right. So now what we're gonna do is go to Safari and open up localhost, which is primarily where you do your projects. So this is my ecosystem. So I'm gonna go to App Studio right here. You go to Habitat, right? Boom. There you go. So this is the actual image. Um, let's go on mobile view. That's what mobile view. This is what tablet view looks like, etc. We're gonna go on preview. So it's a preview. I already have an account, like we did earlier. Um, we're gonna do habit@gmail.com, and we're gonna do the password habit1. Logging in right here. So health, fitness, mind focus. Start small, and we're gonna enable reminders. We're gonna do that later. So this is what it looks like if you were building an app right here, right? So the big issue is, well, there's not really an issue. It just on the preview right here, it showed that you have this, but obviously that's not the case. It just didn't load here. So boom, pretty much this is the app. Let's scroll right here, see your stats, see your profile. There's a privacy policy. There's a terms of service, help and support. We need to add into. There's a rate habitat, export data, which you can bring right here, which need the theme. More themes coming because we only worked with one prompt. Reminders, you need to enable it in iOS. You can reset your data, you can log out, etc. So I built this app with just one prompt, basically. So